Hello, this is Hillary Pollock from Rocky Road Quilts, and I'm here to share you how I use the SewTites Magnum Magnets. So the magnets come with two pieces. There's the backing, and then there's the magnet, and the magnet has 4 spots, and these just snap together. When I got my SewTites, I bought the 50 pack. So I found that if I divided by 3, I could put 16 in each of my leaders. So I went through and I marked out, let me move the camera over so you can see, I hope better. So I marked every 6 inches, and then I came down this end and I sewed a line, and then I dropped one of the backings in, and then I sewed a line, then I dropped a backing in. So all along here I've got 16. Did the same on my top leader and on my take-up bar leader under, oops, see there, you can see it. Alright, so I did that. Oops. And then I like the SewTites because I can use them to hold my leaders on the bar, right like that. So when I'm doing a quilt, don't have a quilt to go on the frame right now, so I'm just doing this with a piece of fabric. I just take it and I have my magnets lined up about even with my spots. I tip it so that it's right on the edge, and then I take my backing and I go for the, find the middle. I put it right even so the edge of the backing is right even with the edge of the leader, and then I kind of feel with my hands and I feel where that backing is, and then I take off the magnet and I just drop it straight on. I feel it's important to try not to slide it into place because I worry that's going to shift the fabric around. So yeah, I'm careful to just kind of put it in the right spot. Sometimes I'll slide the backings over a little bit just to see if I can get them in a better spot to make sure I get the edge of my fabric as covered as possible. So I come here and I'll feel where my next one is, and then I'll drop my magnet in place, and then I'll feel where my the last one is. And I find instead of pulling off, it's best to just twist them off. They come off better that way. I put my magnet on there, and I come to the other side, place the fabric, I feel where my backing is, and I place my magnet, same with right here. And then the last one was right here. Okay, so there's my quote-unquote backing done part of it. And then I go around the back of my machine. What I've got two is I can go around the back, or alternatively I can do it like this. Right now I can't get to the back of my machine because I didn't pull it out before I started this, and I knew there anything that crashing. So I can drop down my back leader so it's just sitting nicely. Let me make sure you can see that. Yep, so it's sitting nicely. I take my backing, I'm going to use a couple of these magnets to hold this here in place. Obviously with a bigger quilt this wouldn't be an issue really, but because I've got this little tiny flap of fabric, it's kind of weird. So place it up there, and then I would roll up my backing until it kind of flops down a little far. And I can just place it on here, and I can line it up. And I've done it either from this side or leaning over the back. Either one works. But again, I'm going to place it. I'm going to feel where that backing is and place the magnet right on top. Oops. And I'm going to come over here and And I'm going to place a magnet. What? I'm doing a video, so shush. And then place the last magnet. I'm sliding this over so it's as much underneath as possible. Come over this side. Place it. Place it. Slide my magnet backing over. Place it. And then I've got my backing all nicely. Oops. Take these off. Where'd they go? There they are. So now I've got my backing all nice and in place, and I can tighten it up as much as I need to. Place my batting on, stitch my what's it called, my thing, and then for the top, I just realized I made a mistake and I didn't run my backing the right way. This is what I get for not doing a proper quilt. But, so I'm going to need to take this off to do the backing, to do the top. So for the top though, I would just pull it up and place it. And you can actually use the backing as like a table, if that makes sense. So ordinarily, if I had done this correctly, I'd be able to pull out my top and then I could lay it kind of on the top here and then place my quilt and do the magnets along the bottom. If I was doing that, obviously if you're floating, you don't need to do that. But yeah, that's what I find works for me, and it holds it pretty securely. I mean, obviously if I haul on this, it's going to come loose, but it's pretty sturdy and holds pretty well, and I haven't had issues. I mean, occasionally if I forget that I've got if the machine head comes like crashing into the side, which has occasionally happened when I wasn't paying attention, that can knock this off a little bit. But if it gets knocked off, you just loosen it up and then put it back on. So that's my experience with SewTites. I hope this helps. Thanks so much. Bye.